Welcome to the 2025 Nurses Ball.
It's showtime!
This week,
I just want to do something I've never done before.
you'll never believe who crashes the ball.
GeneralHospital latest update. Michael makes a shocking courtroom comeback. Sonny's enemy is finally exposed, and Lucy faces a nurses' ball disaster. Sasha's secret threatens everything, while Carly and Nina's fight explodes into chaos. Brooklyn's bombshell about Gio shakes Dante. Jason gets a mystery call, and Lulu uncovers a truth that changes everything. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. GeneralHospital spoilers next 3 weeks. Michael's bold move. Sonny's enemy can't hide. Lucy's emergency. GeneralHospital spoilers for the next 3 weeks, May 19th to June 6th, reveal that Michael Corinthos will have a chance to make a bold move, and Sonny Corinthos' enemy may find that they can't hide forever. Lucy Co. will also face an emergency, so let's talk about all the Port Charles pandemonium. The week of May 19th to 23rd will bring Sasha Gilmore Corbin's horror over Rick Lansing demanding that she appear in court. With custody of Michael's kids at stake, Sasha will worry that the truth about her pregnancy could come to light. Jason Morgan won't be pleased over this development either, but he won't want Sasha to spin out. Sasha and Jason feel like they've been careful, so he may think they just need to stick to their paternity deception plan and hope it all works out. Next, Nina Reeves and Carly Spencer's confrontation will take a physical turn while Sonny pleads with Willow Corinthos to call for a hearing postponement. The nurses' ball will eventually get underway, so look for Nina and Drew to get stuck hosting the red carpet as a team. Lucy will have to deal with some emergency that puts the festivities in jeopardy, but we have faith that she'll figure out a solution in the end. The nurses' ball always brings some incredible acts, and this year's event will be no exception. There will be an exciting performance from musical artist YD, but another mystery guest will appear before the gala winds down. Of course, the nurses' ball won't be short on drama since it'll serve as the backdrop for a shocking story climax. The revelation about Gio Palmieri's true parentage should play out while the party's still going on. Lulu Spencer and Cody Bell will keep trying to nail down some hard evidence, so one or both of them could be responsible for blowing things up once they finally have it. Brooklyn Quartermain and Dante Falconeri will be thrown for a loop when they realize Gio is their grown son. Dante will be floored over Brooklyn hiding her pregnancy and adoption from him for well over 2 decades. As for Brooklyn, she's sure to have an emotional reaction to Gio being the child she gave up all those years ago. Brooklyn will realize Lois Cerullo kept quiet about this arrangement and will obviously have a huge problem with it. Meanwhile, Christina Corinthos Davis is in for a rude awakening. There will be some disturbing developments when it comes to Alexis Davis and what she's been hiding. Christina will likely find out that Ava Jerome and Rick Lansing have joined forces for a blackmail scheme that's putting Alexis in a tight spot. If Alexis doesn't keep playing by their rules, Christina could land in prison. Back with Carly, she'll have her first meeting with Vaughn and may assume he's boyfriend material for Jocelyn Jacks. Jason also has a bizarre phone call coming up which could potentially help him crack a case. Someone mysterious will get Jason on the phone. So will this person have intel on who's targeting Sonny? During the week of May 26th to 30th, GeneralHospital spoilers suggest Jason will use any information he receives to his advantage. It's important to nail down who's behind the attacks on Sonny as soon as possible since he's still hoping to get out of the mob. Sonny can't strike a deal with Jen Sidwell for the peers until he knows for certain Sidwell isn't the one coming after him. Will Jason get proof that points at Sidwell or in another direction instead? Over with Emma Scorpio Drake, she'll try to make Jocelyn pay for stealing her work along with Professor Hank Dalton's research assistant position. What Emma doesn't know is that Jocelyn is on a WSB mission and will do whatever it takes to thwart her efforts. Jocelyn may play even dirtier with Vaughn's help, so stay tuned for updates on other bad news headed Emma's way. The week of June 2nd to 6th could bring a stunning debut if Michael's divorce and custody hearing doesn't get postponed. Carly intends to fight on Michael's behalf in court, but what if Michael finds out what's going on and ultimately struts in? This might be the perfect time for a Michael recast to make his first appearance, so that's something to keep in mind. Michael could use more time to recover at the clinic in Germany, but he may check himself out after deciding this is more important. Regardless, things could get ugly in that courtroom, especially if Rick figures out that Sasha is pregnant with Michael's baby and asks her about it on the stand. General Hospital spoilers say some shockers and shakeups are looming in PC. Today's next update, Lulu gets the proof she's been looking for, and Nina and Carly's partnership ends in a catfight. Today on General Hospital, Brooke Lynn stands up for Gio, Sasha is summoned, and Drew makes a call to the police about his drugging. At the Quartermain mansion, Ned and Olivia ask Tracy if she knows why Brooke Lynn called a family meeting. Tracy doesn't. Lois arrives, and Ned and Olivia talk to her about how Tracy seems very distracted lately. Dante catches Sasha pregnancy snacking late in the kitchen. She asks how Rocco is doing, and Dante thinks he has learned a lesson. She's glad Rocco is okay, as he's a good kid, and so is Danny. Dante knows Danny is a good kid, and Sasha insists he's taking what happened seriously. Dante loves Danny, but he's a little too much like Jason for his own good. Brooke Lynn stands up for Gio. Back in the living room, Jason and Brooke Lynn arrive. Gio listens from the hall as Brooke Lynn speaks about how tense it's been around here, and Gio and Danny have been beating themselves up about what happened. Brooke Lynn wants them all to try to move on. Suddenly, Gio interjects. He tells them all again how sorry he is, and he screwed up. He used bad judgment, he can't change what happened, but he'll work hard to regain their trust. He walks out, and Lois follows him. In the foyer, Gio tells Lois that she and Brooke Lynn need to stop making excuses for him. He knows she and the others took care of him when his mom died, but he's not a little kid anymore and can stand on his own now. He also knows Dante doesn't like him, and that won't change. Back in the living room, Ned was impressed by Gio. Jason takes off, and Brooke Lynn hopes she didn't make things worse for the kid. Olivia says she has a big heart, and Gio proved he can speak for himself. In the kitchen, Dante tells Sasha that Jason loves his kids but is just not a huge help disciplining them. Danny needs boundaries, and with Sam gone, he's not getting that. Now Jason has to step up. Jason walks in and asks if he missed something. Dante makes himself scarce, and a woman knocks on the back door and serves Sasha papers. She's being called to testify in Willow and Michael's custody hearing and worries Rick may know the truth about her baby's father. Jason finds that improbable, so Sasha asks why Rick is calling her. He says perhaps Rick thinks she knows something that would make Michael look bad, given she lives and works here. Sasha would never throw Michael under the bus. She eventually calms down and says he's right, there is no way Rick can know this is Michael's baby. Dante walks into the living room, where Ned, Olivia, Tracy, and Brooke Lynn are still talking. He's told he missed a family meeting, and the consensus is that he's being too hard on Gio. Olivia reminds him that he wasn't a saint as a kid, and she had to take him to camp to straighten him up. Dante says that is right. She acted on his behalf, and nobody is doing that now for Gio. They are just talking, not acting. Brooke Lynn lashes out at Dante that he needed tough love back then, as he looked up to a lowlife thief, but Gio doesn't, as he's a good kid. Dante disagrees. He doesn't think Gio was trying to hurt Rocco, but he did screw up. Dante tells Brooke Lynn she'll understand when she has kids. Being a parent changes your views. Back in the foyer, Lois tells Gio that Dante needs time to cool down, but Gio doubts it. He can hear him in the living room and he's probably trashing him to Olivia right now. He says there is no reason they need to be friends. Olivia walks out and tells Gio that she has something to say to him. She's proud of him and swears her hot-headed son will come to his senses eventually. She thinks Dante just sees a lot of his younger self in Gio. Lulu gets proof. In the stables, Cody isn't sure Brooke Lynn could watch Gio grow up and not say anything about him being her son. Lulu says she knows Brooke Lynn, and she's great at lying, and maybe she thought she and Dante might get back together so she kept Joe close. She is sure Camilla was never pregnant, and Brooke Lynn went on tour with her mom to hide her pregnancy. Lulu discovers Camilla was on tour with a quartet in New Zealand when she supposedly gave birth. She was nowhere near Los Angeles. They both get to work searching the internet for more about the quartet. Unfortunately, another member of the quartet and their manager have both passed. Lulu says she'll try to call anyone left and claim she's doing a story on them. She leaves a few messages and waits for a call. Suddenly, Lulu gets a call back from Margaret, the quartet's cellist. She explains that Camilla quit their tour without explanation in May 2003, causing them to cancel the tour. Lulu asks if she was having a rough pregnancy. The woman tells Lulu that Camilla wasn't pregnant. A few moments after the call, Margaret texts Lulu a photo of herself and a very not pregnant Camilla in New Zealand from the tour. Drew speaks in hypotheticals. In Curtis' office, after Curtis accuses Drew of blackmailing his wife, Drew says, let's say, hypothetically, a husband found out his wife tampered with a patient's results to keep them imprisoned. This information could cost said wife her career, her freedom, and devastate her daughter. Curtis tells Drew to keep his daughter's name out of his mouth. Drew says they are only speaking in hypotheticals, and what if the patient in question got a ruthless lawyer like Rick Lansing to sue for wrongful imprisonment? He doubts this falls under malpractice insurance, leaving the doctor and her husband to foot the bill, which could bankrupt them. Curtis calls his hypothetical blackmail pointless, as nothing will erase the videos and photos of Drew all over that sex worker. Nobody will believe him, as his reputation is ruined. Drew says he may hypothetically have proof, and not to worry, as he has everything under control. Drew says he looks forward to Aurora supporting Ezra for mayor and voting yes on Measure C. Drew walks out, leaving Curtis fuming. Later, Curtis listens to an audio recording he made of Drew spewing his hypothetical scenario. Meanwhile, Drew calls Mac to tell him he remembers more of that night and knows who drugged him. Sonny tries to reason with Willow. At the rehearsal space, Sonny suggests she get a postponement for the hearing, but she refuses. She says she's sick of this hanging over her head, and her new lawyer, Rick Lansing, says she can win. Sonny still feels she should wait for Michael to get home, but Willow says Michael wants full custody. Sonny insists he doesn't, as he told him so. Sonny explains that Michael told him this before he was burned. Willow thinks he's changed his mind, as she flew to Germany and he wouldn't see her. Sonny says that doesn't sound like Michael. He knows Michael would never want to put his kids through what he went through when he and Carly split. He begs her to call for a postponement until Michael comes home and can speak for himself. The claws come out. At Carly's, Nina asks about the custody hearing, which Carly admits was her doing. Nina thought they were on the same page, and that was getting Willow and the kids away from Drew. Carly tells her to wake up, that Willow will never leave Drew, so she has to protect her grandchildren. Nina reminds her they are her grandchildren, too. Nina says she just needs a little more time, but Carly says she's had enough time, and she has to do something to protect her grandchildren. Nina asks how long she's been planning this and wonders if their working together was just a way to keep her distracted. They bicker back and forth, with Nina arguing that she only wants what's best for her daughter, as any mother would. Carly tells Nina this proves that she's not a mother and never will be. Nina says she is a mother and a damn good one. Carly yells at her to act like it, stop treating Willow like she's a friend. Yes, the truth may hurt Willow, and she may be angry, but she'll get over it. A good mother sacrifices their own happiness for the good of their child. Nina laughs that Carly has never sacrificed anything for anyone. Carly tells Nina that Willow should thank her lucky stars she wasn't raised by Nina, as she'd be a worse mother than she already is. Nina says Willow is an excellent mother and a better mother than Carly is. Carly says Willow is too blind to see the truth about Drew, and doesn't deserve those kids or to be a mother. Nina slaps Carly, who slaps Nina back. They both grab one another, tumble over the couch, and onto the floor. Joss arrives home, pulls Nina off her mother, and asks Carly if she's okay. Carly says she is and orders Nina to get out. Nina warns Carly that she won't let her take Willow's children and will do whatever it takes to stop her. Nina storms out, and Joss asks what is going on. Joss and Carly sit down, and Carly explains she's scheduled a custody hearing that Michael doesn't know about. Joss tells her mother that she needs to call Michael and tell him. Carly doesn't want Michael to cut his recovery short and come home. Joss understands, but a judge won't side with her over their children's mother. Carly fears that if she does nothing, Michael will lose full custody of his kids. Nina goes to the rehearsal space and finds Sonny with Willow. Willow asks what happened to her face. Nina says Carly did this. She tried to talk to her about calling off the custody hearing, but she's determined to take those kids from her. Willow tells Sonny that this is reason enough to move forward with the hearing, as Carly can't be reasoned with. Willow departs, and Nina tells Sonny that his psycho bitch of an ex has gone too far and will cost Michael his kids. Sonny says Nina is the one who will get Willow's kids taken from her. He says he was Willow's last hope, he came here to try and talk her into a postponement, and she was almost there. Now Willow will lose her children, and Nina will be to blame. Sonny storms out. On the next General Hospital, the nurses' ball begins. Lucy arrives with her llama. Sonny escorts Donna on the red carpet. Jordan arrives with Sidwell. Gio arrives with Josh. Cody asks Molly to walk the carpet with him. Alexis warns Rick he may not like the way things end. Lulu, dressed for the ball, walks into the Q's living room where everyone else is and says it looks like she arrived just in time. Behind the curtain at the ball, Anna tells Felicia she may have just solved their problem. Chase takes a call at the ball and says, "You want me to what?" Thanks for watching, General Hospital fans. If you're loving the drama in Port Charles, smash that like button, drop your theories in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. More explosive updates are coming soon.